Bottle lesson over here by Bob Fonseca. My son,
Yep.
I told him to keep it under $100. He wants something called a Nintendo Gamecube. And then I go online and find out it's a gaming system from 2001.
Yes.
And then he wants The Legend of Zelda. I hate being that dad, but I'm going, what part of $100? The Legend of Zelda is anywhere from $50 to $60 from 2001 online.
I know, Caden, I know.
I don't understand it.
Caden has one, but it's in Chicago. But when he's here, he plugs his GameCube controller into his computer.
That won't work for, but you know, a 14-year-old, he's going to want the GameCube.
Yeah.
And in a year, it'll be a piece of, it'll be a door jam. Or
See if
whatever.
you could interest him in Mattel football first, and then maybe that'll satiate
I told him
his.
last night, I said, I'm not going to spend $60 to find antique games. And he spends every waking minute up till 3 o'clock in the morning in his room. He's a super nice kid, but remember when you couldn't figure out why your parents were yelling at you? Hi, camera people.
Yeah, right. Why are they always on my jock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stayed up till 3 a.m. last night, and then had to get up at 7 this morning to go to the dentist.
At my house, like I'm in that stage where we're just open 24 hours.
I'm like,
It's just I was up drinking Jameson at 2.
Yeah.
And,
why were you drinking Jameson?
I don't know. I couldn't sleep. I thought, well, I'll watch another 5 episodes of Forged in Fire and have a Jameson. And
no, I'd love to have a Jameson. Carlos has been on the phone. Somebody help me with this GameCube thing. It's making me crazy. It's like I know it'll just be a doorstop.
I mean, sometimes they'll turn up at a garage sale, but you got to hunt. Otherwise, you got to go to a gaming place, and they know what they're worth.
God, I hate to sound like that guy, but Carlos, hang on a second. But that we were outside all the time, even me. I'm not anymore, but we were outside doing
tag
something.
Football.
They're turning into, you know what? They're turning
football.
into grays. Kids are turning into GD grays. That's probably what happened to the aliens. Now they found the technology to get here, but they probably became gray because it was video games first, and they just stayed in the room playing all day long. Says the guy who played Call of Duty.
You got to remember now.
I played all day long Saturday.
This is the only time they can see or be with their friends.
Carlos, what's up?
Through gaming now.
Yeah, but they're not going to be talking through the GameCube.
Well, that's true.
Go.
You got to bring these points up.
What's up, Carlos?
Hey, guys. I know you moved on, but I just wanted to say I'm agreeing with Mr. Fonseca. Will Ferrell, he's not funny.
That was never the question.
Not funny.
I led with. I watched a horrible
Has
movie.
anyone told Hollywood, because they are making millions of movies with Will Ferrell, and apparently nobody has polled the population.
Evidently not. But
and when Will Ferrell puts out a movie, millions of people spend money on it. What's going on? Carlos, have you gone to a theater to see a Will Ferrell movie?
Never.
Not even the first one?
That's
not even. What was the first one?
Topic.
The first one was, I believe, History of the World Part 1.
No, was the one where he was running naked through the town.
Carlos.
Was that the one where he went back to school or fraternity or whatever?
It was a one-off. I cried at a Will Ferrell movie that was way too long and not that good. That's it.
Cried.
At the end.
Wedding. Was he in Wedding Crashers? No, that was.
No, that was
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn and somebody else. So hold on.
He was in Dale's Being a Little Bitch.
And Owen Wilson,
now
right?
we're going to have GameCube talk. All right, Justin, what about the GameCube?
Hey, so if you guys go and look on a Facebook Marketplace, I'm sure you can find under $100 the GameCube and a handful of games.
Okay.
But yeah, with them being antique games, as ridiculous as it may sound, if he really wants to, he can go on his phone and just download the game straight on his phone, and he can play it all from there for free.
I'll tell him that, but for some reason, I know that's not going to work.
What's that purple box?
Yeah, no, I get it. I
get like if you're a gamer and you're an adult, I can see where you might want to collect that. But in general, it's going to be abandoned. You know,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Guess what I saw in the go into Goodwill box. My wife reorganized our cabinets after someone made a comment that they weren't organized. Remember the SodaStream? Remember all the SodaStream stuff? Are y'all on the show right now?
I'm buying a GameCube.
No. Look, I'm talking.
You buying him a GameCube? How much?
Well, anywhere from $30 to $70.
There you go, buddy.
Did you guys do the SodaStream thing?
Yeah, well, we sponsored them. Remember?
I never did SodaStream. You all got free
Justin.
ones, but since my name is so small in the truck, they didn't send me one. Just
No,
the two
we
of
ended
you.
up buying another one. I think at some point. Yeah, that was That
Before or after you bought your juicer?
It'll be in the. Well, I don't even know.
Remember the juicer? Remember the chewy juicer you bought?
See, I'm gonna go home.
The one that chewed vegetables into juice.
Now I'm gonna go home and ask her where that is, and she said I got rid of it a long time ago, and I'm gonna get mad because that thing was $350.
And remember, it wasn't. You were like, I don't want the juicer that spins juice. I want the one that
burns it.
Because you wanted it to chew the juice.
I didn't lose a pound.
Do you remember what it was? Do you remember what it was called? I remember it was called. A masticating juicer.
That's right.
You had one, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
I remember
home and
he
ask
spent
her,
like $300, and he was like, "It makes great juice."
I'm going to go home and ask her where it is, and she's going to tell me she gave it away a
don't
long
let
time
me start
ago.
a fight at your house.
He had a 7-level food dehydrator too at one point.
I forgot about the food dehydrator.
It was a Ronco.
You
it was
did.
like 3 levels.
Oh, excuse me.
Jay, what's up?
Eurovision food contest.
Safe to say it was still multi-level.
Jay, what's up?
Actually, I was just going to say about exactly what that last guy said. You could probably go on, like, PlayStation Store and find the video game that he wants. For
$60.
Cheaper than,
All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Can I give you a suggestion of what my father would have done in a similar situation?
How about my father? Shut up. You're not getting that goddamn thing.
No. A lot of times if I wanted something, my dad would say, well, get out there in the wood shop and you make yourself one. Tell your son to program his own video game.
Jason, then he'd have a skill.
Teach him to fish, and he'll never go hungry.
I think they're going to go hungry because they're not going to school next year, and it's just a...
Because I'm hungry.
Jason, what's up?
Yeah, well, it sounds like the real issue is you don't want to spend the $60 on Zelda, right?
I'll tell you what, it looks like the phone bank. Everybody's going to just ruin my day. Here's what I have. Jason, you're a GameCube. Carlos wants to talk, the other Carlos, not the quiet Carlos, I guess, wants to talk about Netflix. And then Raj wants to talk about Port A to tell me how I'm going to get COVID. So what did you say, Jason?
Well, hey, Dale, what do you want to talk about, sir?
No, that wasn't for you. That was for the guys listening to the show. But what about the GameCube?
Okay, so my wife has one. She just doesn't have the power supply.
So she has a doorstop.
I could convince her to give it to you. Yeah, it's like a shelf decoration.
Okay. Email.
But I mean, she wants the controllers and everything.
But you don't know if it works or not.
Dude, he wants you to clean out his garbage. He's asking you to come over to his house and clean out his garbage.
I'll figure it out, Jason. Keep listening.
You got a point.
All right, let me go to Raj about Port A. Hey, Raj, what's up?
Hey, fellas, how's it going? Hey,
good, Raj. How you
been? Hey, everyone. Hey, listen, my wife and I, we just came back from Port Aransas and the South Padre Island, and we cut our trip short by 3 days.
Oh,
because we got the warning about the COVID-19 that they're issuing mandated closures everywhere. So we're like, okay, you know what? This is not worth it. And another thing about Port A is I was dumbfounded on the number of Trump supporters.
Yeah, but I'm not. All we're doing is,
dude, Raj, you were in Texas.
All we're doing is isolating in a.
Well, but the thing is kind of like, I was kind of expecting a few here and there, but the amount out there, like really broadcasting, I just couldn't put my finger on it. It's like,
Raj,
it's kind of like,
Raj, all love, peace and love. You live in Austin, and it's confused you as to the rest of the world. Trump only came 3 million votes shy of Hillary Clinton in the last election, which is a.
Let me guess where they came from.
Well, most of them came from just outside the city limits.
But
here.
I'm not. The only person I'm interacting with is one fisherman. We're not going anywhere. We're bringing our own food to cook, and then we're going to cook fish. And then and then if the beach isn't too crowded, we have a little. One of those canopy things we bought years ago and never used from Academy, kind of like a tent, but it's like the front.
They're going to close the beach by the time you get there.
That's fine.
Well, you know what? We rented an RV, so we were self-quarantined, and at that point, my daughter got stung by jellyfish 2 times, and then with the limitations at that point,
inside the RV.
What is he doing to me right now?
Do we have any?
I've already warned my daughter about the jellyfish. I've already paid for the Airbnb.
Raj, let me ask you another important question about Port A.
Go ahead, bud.
You keep giving all these negatives, and I need to know some positives. Did you get a good deal on a shark's tooth?
Shark's shark juice? No. But I totally tapped into the local seafood.
I'm gonna edit this out, but Raj, could you do me a favor?
And go after yourself.
No. 1,
Again.
2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Just give them a little space so people hear that. Raj, would you do me a favor? And if we ever go back to normal and you go on your next vacation, I've been a lot of places. Could you call us and let me know where you're going? 1, 2, 3, so I can shit on it.
I've been around a few places. Hey, one last thing.
I don't know if we want a last
Do
thing.
it. Get it out. Spit it out, Raj.
Jesus.
No. Hey, I just need to meet Dale to complete the set. I've photographed Bob. I've met Matt at HEB. Matt,
Right.
you remember I was there with my daughter?
Absolutely.
We were in the spice section.
No, I know.
photographed Chewy.
Raj, I know you because when this all clears, we still want to do photos with you.
Oh, was he a photographer?
Bring it on.
Oh,
yes,
this is
I'd love
Rod.
that.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the guy that did
yeah.
incredible
I was about to.
photos.
I
He did
was
our
about,
family
photographer.
pictures.
I was about to tell him I punch him. No, I need a new headshot because I'm getting off my ass
Yeah.
and doing some stuff.
His
All
name
right.
is Raj, not in like Rajesh, but as in Rogelio.
Rajesh, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
Raj.
Rogelio, exactly. I go by Raj because a lot of my Caucasian clients can't pronounce my name.
Okay,
So I go by
Raj.
Ah, La
I
Raza.
gotta move. There are other people,
All right.
other
All
people
right.
want to ruin my
Peace and love,
life.
guys.
Thanks,
See
man.
ya.
Good talking to you, Raj. I didn't know that was Raj.
What's up, Carlos?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
All right. Hey, so there's a show on Netflix. Well, it's a movie. It's called Beverly Loughlin. And holy cow, that movie's pretty damn
What's
bad.
it called?
So, Beverly Loughlin.
Beverly Loughlin.
Yeah, you definitely have to be stoned out of your mind in order for you to kind of watch along.
All right.
Not on my radar.
Beverly. Spell the last part of it. It's a woman's
Love.
name.
Luff, Luff, and then Lynn, Linn.
Is it a
Beverly
movie or an actress?
Loughlin.
Yeah, that's just the title of the movie.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's pretty bad. Just check it out.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Go ahead, Sherman.
Hey, man. For the Gamecube, have you ever heard of GameFly?
No.
That's where you
That's
rent
like
movies.
what well, it's where you rent video games like the old Netflix model.
Do they have them for the GameCube?
I would imagine so. I think they do all the platforms.
You're
So
calling
rent a
without-
game and
You're calling
And
without
then when you-
knowing. That's
Yeah.
the name of you. Calling without knowing.
It's like magic without knowing.
All right, thanks, man. I got to move on to something else because I want to get this in. I had it for several days.
Just quick before you move on, are your dreams completely crushed about next week and taking a trip?
No, I'm thinking of
All right, folks, we didn't quite do it. Call in. He's
I'm
not
gonna-
completely crushed yet.
No, I'm going to buy a GameCube and sit there with my son and play.
You know that
Jesus.
do you understand?
No, the one that worries me is the jellyfish thing because my daughter is so dramatic.
Do you understand? First of all, it's going to suck for you. But when you get back, the stories you're going to have about the money you spent to drive 5 hours to sit in an apartment somewhere and stare out the window.
It's a cottage with a window air conditioning unit.
Oh, that won't be too.
You
And
are
I
going
have
to
have
be
66 to sleep.
Look at me. You're going to be miserable.
What is going on right now?
And here's what I want you to remember.
What the hell?
When you get home, you're going to have. What do you live for? Great Dale Dudley trip stories. That's always what that's your magic.
Remember when you
That's your
fell and
magic.
hit the tree, hit your head on the tree in Hawaii?
I've shared my life, and others are making millions of dollars.
Exactly.
Introing country records.
Yeah. Remember when you went on to Hawaii and fell and broke your leg falling down because you went on a
No, I hit my
trail?
head.
Yeah.
On a tree.
Yeah, let me do this.
All right.
You remember when that time you went to California and took too much weed and you got all potted out and freaked out and called the cops on yourself?
I never did that.
You went to San Diego and you smoked too much weed in that.
Oh, we both had to fall. Yeah, we both had to fall asleep.
Oh, now you remember.
We both had panic. She's never smoked since, ever.
You remember that time you went to Hawaii and did that porn without your heads in the frame? That was a good one.
Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you obsess about your son going back to Chicago over there on the show?
Why don't you help me out and help and give me some answers?
I'd like to help you out. I'd like to. Never mind. Let me do this.
I love this show.
Enjoy your window unit.
This is.
They're not too humid. Why are my sheets wet?
Now,
It's not humid
I
at
have
the
no
coast,
problem.
though.
I have
It's not
no-
humid at the coast.
I have no
Don't worry.
problem with Trump flags. I got no problem with people being delusional. But now that he said it, I'm going to be going. I'm a goddamn Trump flags everywhere. Look at that.
But
Look at
you
that.
grew up in.
Look at that.
I
But I
grew-
don't want to go back to what
I
I
grew up
into.
at a very, very right wing neck of the woods, and so it doesn't. Yeah, to me it just looks. I mean, strangely, it just
I'm
looks
just
like
gonna
home.
take my daughter and get her stung first day so she'll know what it's like.
Why don't you get her stung now?
Kudos to the mayor of Cedar Park who just issued a you have to wear a mask in businesses. The people in Leander, there is a city councilman there who says, go enjoy your shopping in Austin. That's how committed he is. But that's not who I'm here to talk about. Somebody pointed out to me the Cedar Park City Council, where you have two guys on there that somehow think they're doing national politics. And when the drag queen story time was happening in Leander, they felt the need to go out of their constituency to the protest.
Right.
And they both, one of them claimed that some pro-gay housewives in Cedar Park off Lakeline Boulevard are a coven of witches. That's the same one who said he was praying because there was a full moon or a red moon or something. Then the other one who's running it for office is an anti-vaxxer. He likes the guy we were just talking about, and he's also anti-LGBTQ, and he's talking about protecting the children, which I don't really rely on my city council members to do. However, if you thought it couldn't get any nuttier, Owen Schroyer, who is, I guess he still works at InfoWars.
He does. He's pretty big up there.
He's
climbing the ladder.
He's been deplatformed. Now, imagine this is a group of people who think that children didn't get killed in Newtown.
Right.
And he brought about 15 or 16 people who are worried about Antifa, who think that Antifa is coming to Cedar Park. I won't play all of them for you, but I'll pop in here in the middle. This is last Thursday. But then I want to go to a point, and one of them even uses her child, but I want to go to the point where this guy here, Tim Kelly, loses his mind at the mayor of Cedar Park, just to show you what's going on.
Continue discrediting American culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. Eliminate laws in the police
Does this work? Ms. Neely, hang on. I'm sorry. There's 1 minute left in the.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Eliminate all laws of obscenity by calling them censorship and a violation of free speech and free press.
It goes on and on. There's 11 interesting characters.
I don't understand what I'm
Thursday.
seeing even.
These are people that Owen Schroyer has brought in to talk about Antifa and other various crazy things.
Okay, I was
And they're
confused.
accusing the city council. I don't know the whole backstory. They're accusing the entire city council of Cedar Park about a video that was released at some protest. And this woman was doxxed, she claims. And if she was, that's a tragedy. She shouldn't be doxxed.
Being fed.
And, okay, let's get past the kid talking. But you
shouldn't.
Oh,
somebody should
here
have
we go.
reviewed it, honestly. And I don't think that any of your constituents would agree.
Unfortunately, it's 30 minutes, so I didn't do the time marks for all of the talk about Antifa. And there's one woman who goes, and they're coming to Cedar Park. Oh, you just wait. First of all, if Antifa is not that organized, but if they were, I doubt Cedar Park is on the list of gotta-haves for Antifa. But I want to go to the
people such
where's
as
the woman that
I'd like to ask some questions because they're young.
well, and then you get where am I in that video?
You're going
Here it
to
is.
see an influx.
Here it is. I found it by
It used to be
chance.
called white flight. You're going to see an influx of people moving into these outer lying areas.
That's outlying, ma'am.
And they're going to vote red. They're going to vote conservative. They're not going to vote necessarily Republican. They're going to start looking for conservative voices. And if you don't wake up right now, you're going to be out of a job. I know enough people they've had it in Austin with Mayor Adler. They're done. And
Well, I don't think that's happening because there's a housing shortage right now, and a lot of the people are coming from California. But she's talking about, and this is a 40-minute video, so it's really hard to scrub. But she literally, a couple of them said Antifa's coming, and then Owen Schroyer gets up and gives a long speech in a cowboy hat.
Is this woman here? All these women, are they claiming that a lot of people are going to be leaving Austin and going to Cedar Park?
Yes.
Now,
conservatives.
Just from what I viewed in the video, do you have to have a terrible? Never mind.
Oh, don't check swing.
I check swinged it because you said something last week that made me feel guilty.
What
so
did I say?
I check swinged it.
so I'm going to recommend not if the video is not removed.
I don't know what. Somebody let me know what the video is.
Dude,
We are celebrating.
I like bad butts and I cannot lie.
So with that.
Let me see if I can find Owen Schroyer. If not,
to
I'll just
us.
go to the
It is
fight.
precious to us.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like 11 members.
Everyone in
One
Cedar
woman
Park-
came all the way from Fredericksburg.
Wishes to address.
Came
the
from
negligence of
Fredericksburg
the
to
city council.
address city council and.
Oh, it's 3 hours long. No
Following it
wonder I
from the
can't find it. God, can you imagine having to sit through this?
There we go. There we go.
I wasn't originally going to go ahead and talk, but after I heard Marvina, yeah, Indivisible.
Okay, Indivisible is a pro-gay group. Okay, but they're being painted by city council members as the witches.
Went ahead and tried to weaponize CPS on my family, my 13-year-old minor son.
You know what? I don't know if this didn't happen to this woman. I've heard of it happening before.
What is it? What I don't know.
Somebody
what's
calls CPS on her family, so I'm not going to play hers. But here's what
she might have the only point.
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, I
Antifa-
should have planned this better and found.
She did say Antifa.
Hold on, let me see if I can scrub. Do you see? Tell me if you see a guy with a cowboy hat.
Not yet.
I'm gonna do a slow scrub here.
No, dude, I just see a lot of
mom jeans.
Yeah, even on the dudes.
It is a bad angle, isn't it? Showing the
Yeah,
buttons.
I think it's unfair for city council to have
show
done all these
everybody's
people.
asses.
The other thing too
There it is. Ah!
Up here and cause trouble. I don't threaten people. I mentioned that
No,
video.
I leave that to Alex to get up and threaten people and how he's going to eat them. I will eat your. What did he say, Alex?
I will eat your ass.
That's right. He'll eat your ass.
But you know what?
I don't cause trouble. I don't threaten nobody.
I'm not giving the city council of Cedar Park grief for having InfoWars acolytes. Anybody can speak at a city council meeting. So, but
I don't think most people that'll see this video or that are on this governing board can relate to that. So I'm going to talk about something we can all relate to. Because I hope that you guys don't have to deal with what
the deaths of children up north and going after their parents after they died. Is that what you're going to talk about? Or are we going to talk about gay frogs?
These people are dealing with. If you don't address it, you might have to. I pray that you don't. But here's something we can all relate to. Every person in this room is an American. Every person in this room is a free man or a free woman. We have a governor right now who is telling us we can't have gatherings of people. That's unconstitutional.
There you go. There you go. These Fauci this weekend, which they think he's a plant of some kind, guy who helped develop some AIDS treatments. He said that 75% of the people are wearing masks, and that won't work. We'll never get herd immunity unless we get to 95% of people wearing masks. And he says the anti-vaxxing movement is going to cause COVID to linger around even after there's a vaccine. I mean, getting bad. We've been listening. Why are we giving these fringe people these kind of platforms? I understand he can speak at a city council meeting, but why are we allowing it? Why are we putting it on TV? Why are we? No, I'm not ready to take a break yet because I gotta play Tim Kelly getting Tim Kelly. Yeah, it's Tim Kelly getting mad and screaming at the mayor. I'll find that cue. We'll do it when we come back. And I do want to mention this, and I'll mention it when we come back. There is an election. It is a runoff. Runoff means same party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I don't know who Heather Jeffs is, but she's talked about how bad Dorian Chavez has embarrassed that city. So I recommend that you vote for her on the 15th. Chavez is the anti-vaxxer guy who is self-important. So anyway, Heather Jeffs in the runoff. Let's see if we can beat in a runoff there. But I'll come back and play it because it's always good to hear these. I'm going to try to be nice. These alternative believers screaming at each other. 7:47. My bad.
You
timing.
got
Swag.